During early rehearsals, co-star Rex Harrison wanted nothing to do with her.
There are various versions of what he said, and I'll use the one that will work on television. If that girl isn't out of here by next week, I'm out of this show.
Author Stephen Bach remembers those days in his new biography of My Fair Lady's director, Moss Hart. Over one long weekend, Hart relentlessly but skillfully gave Andrews a crash course in how to play the role.
2 days later, they emerged, and she was Julie Andrews playing Eliza Doolittle.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
By George, she's got it! By George, she's got it!
How willing she must have been to allow that kind of near abuse to take place. Not that he was an abusive man in any way, but it was, there's no time here for apologies about the brutality of the moments that we've got to get through, because time's a wasting and Mr. Harrison is ready to walk.
Harrison stayed. He and Andrews played My Fair Lady in New York and London for over 4 years. But when it came time for the film, the role of Eliza went to Audrey Hepburn. It was a huge disappointment for Andrews. But it left her free to take the role of Mary Poppins.
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Once again, life took a fairy tale turn. Andrews' film debut in Mary Poppins won her an Oscar.
Oh, it is lovely. I know you Americans are famous for your hospitality, but this is really ridiculous.
Many considered the Oscar a sympathy gesture for the loss of My Fair Lady. Andrews disagreed.
I'd like to think that I won it for good reasons rather than for those.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Then came The Sound of Music, the highest-grossing film ever up to that time, and the best known of her career. Julie Andrews became the biggest box office draw in the world. Along with success came worldwide recognition, often in funny ways, like the time she was getting in shape for a concert near her home in Switzerland.
And so I started to go out into the fields and up to the barn and round and up over the hills and walk and get going. And it was wonderfully quiet and empty. And I thought, you know, while I'm walking, I could vocalize. And so I started vocalizing. And then one day I burst into The Hills Are Alive. And just as I did, a huge group of Japanese tourists came up over the crest of the hill. And they looked so surprised. And I think they really thought that I did that sort of thing every day of my life. And I felt such an idiot.
Her success also made her the poster girl for everything sweet, proper, wholesome, and pure. She's been forced to defend that for years.
The trouble is that I think people get categorized for the things which are the most popular and the most famous. I don't knock it, I wouldn't in a million years, because what pleasure it gave, and gave to me too, you know. Those wonderful movies, Poppins and The Sound of Music, are still around, pleasing generation after generation.
Just this past week in Los Angeles, the woman with the voice out of a fairy tale was given the Ella Award by the Society of Singers, honoring her many accomplishments. Accepting the honor, Julie Andrews proved once again why she will always be a very fair lady.
And since we're all under one roof tonight, I would love to say quite sincerely that I love you all very, very much. Maybe there's an even better way to say what comes from my heart, and please forgive this very hoarse-sounding voice, but maybe I can manage. Ask me, how do I feel, little me with my quiet upbringing? Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. My life has just been so blessed, and I have been so fortunate. I've had one wonderful thing after another happen to me. Not that there haven't been pitfalls and tough times, but the chances and the opportunities I've been given, I don't know if other people have as many as I've been given. Lovely, lovely, absolutely lovely, lovely, just lovely. Thank you so, so much, everybody.